Welcome, welcome. I just want to make sure everybody had their fair shot. So I'm closing out all this other stuff. Hey, Landy, what's up? I can speak to y'all because I'm not recording. Yeah, hi, babies. All right. I'm going to go ahead and record. So I actually do have a PowerPoint, Denise. All right, let me go ahead and record. All right, so welcome. This is Dakisha Williams, and we are doing a presentation on, are you a CEO or an employee of your own company? We're talking about next level building teams, okay? And this is how to build a team on a shoestring budget. And so honestly, this is for both individuals that are solopreneurs and they are working alone in their business. They're overwhelmed, they're frustrated because they feel like they have to do everything by themselves, okay? And literally, I've had this conversation day in and day out with those of you all that are in our outsourcing journey, those of you all that are friends with me, like I've been having this conversation. Oh my God, I need to grow my team. Oh my God, I'm doing it all. Like, this is crazy. Like, if you're saying that, stay tuned. You're in the right place, okay? But also, here's another thing that I noticed. This is also for those individuals that already have a team and they are not utilizing that team to the full capacity. How about that? One of the things that we found out in the outsourcing journey is that even though we can have a team, we're not delegating fully. We are not using that team to the full capability or to their full capacity. And so one of the things that I shared earlier today is that we as entrepreneurs have problems with control. We have problems with control. So if anything that I have said thus far has resonated with you, trust me, you're going to absolutely enjoy 100% this training on this afternoon, okay? It could be good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world that you are joining us. That's the one thing that I love about the power of the internet is that it brings us all together from every facet of the world. So just to share with you a little bit about the decision of why I became a CEO and founder of Visions Consulting. It was one day, my daughter actually had a conversation with me. My daughter had a conversation with me. Can you believe that? She says to me, she says, Mommy, do you realize that you have missed the first week of school 3 years in a row? 3 years in a row? I said, no, that's not right. Couldn't be me. I feel like I get the Mommy of the Year award. So you're not talking about me. You got to be talking about somebody else. She said, no, Mommy. No, Mommy. You've missed the first week of school 3 years in a row. And if you know, like I know, it's only 2 times of the year that kids or children really love school, right? And that's what? It's the first week of school and the what? The last week of school. You got it. It's the last week of school. So you mean to tell me that I miss one of the only 2 weeks that kids actually freaking enjoy school? You have to be kidding me. You have to absolutely be kidding me. So I had to make the decision how I was going to be present for my children. And if you know anything about DuPont, my mother worked in the manufacturing industry for over 16 years. And so I was what they called a shift baby. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a shift baby, but if you're watching, you can comment below and say, number one, that you're familiar with type of one, and let me know that you are familiar with a shift baby, right? Who would ever thought? But with that being said, that's what I was. So my mom worked 8 to 4, 4 to 12, and 12 to 8. And then she had like a week off or something like that. That was a fun week. I got to stay home with my mom, right? But I didn't want to create that same lifestyle or atmosphere for my children. I wanted to actually be present for them. I wanted to be able to go to assemblies. I wanted to be able to go to football games, all the practices, gymnastics, basketball, you name it, whatever their little hearts desired to be. I wanted to be able to be there for them and to be able to support them 100%. And even this past week, you guys that have followed me online have noticed that, my kids travel with me. I've traveled to Chicago in the last, I literally have been over 4 states in the last 7 days. We spoke at a training in Chicago, and the business still run. The business didn't miss a beat. One of the kids had a competition in Maryland. 2 days later, I'm off the plane. We get on the road. We drive to Maryland, right? My daughter works. She has like 2 jobs. I don't get it, right? But she absolutely, it keeps her occupied, so I'm not going to complain. So we drove home, right? And she worked a shift, and then we drove back halfway to Maryland to actually Stafford, where I was actually able to have some fun with the family. And so we've been able to engage the family, engage with the kids, and being a CEO has allowed me to do that. And so if you guys can see, these are my kids. This is Jaden and this is Deja. And so at the time of this presentation, Deja is 18. She'll be graduating. Jaden is 12. He's in the 6th grade. So those are my babies, right? And so that's a little bit about why I decided to start. But, we always talk about, when did you decide to take that leap? And so like I shared with you, I said to myself, well, I didn't say to myself, I actually had a conversation with the man upstairs, and I told him, I'm like, look, I don't know how you're going to do this. My kids say I'm not here for them. I can't have that. That's unacceptable. So what are we going to do, right? And so it's funny because January the 10th, 2010, I received an email. I received an email, y'all. An email that says the company has ceased operation. And I had to pick up the phone and call 67 people and let them know that they had to go home. And the number one question that they had was, are we going to get paid? And I couldn't answer that question for them. 90 days later, we actually received a phone call where we were able to come back. I opened 167 stores across the United States of America in about 90 days, right? I wasn't able to bring back my entire team, and I took a pay cut. But in that opportunity, or in that time, that was the best decision financially for my family and for my children. And so it was something different this time when I came back. Can't really put my finger on it. Just didn't really like it. Wasn't really feeling it. But it was something missing from what I was doing. I was traveling. Hartsfield International Airport was literally like my second home, y'all. I think I was getting mail at the airport. Like, that's how much time your girl was spending flying to 13 stores across 5 states, right? And so I finally made the decision, August 24th, 2011, I put in my pink slip. And for those of you who are watching, I want you to type below hashtag longest leave ever. And I went on leave of absence. Yes, I did. I went on leave of absence. Hashtag longest leave ever. And I'm still on leave of absence. That's what I said. I'm still on leave of absence. So who in the world is Dakisha Williams? What in the world is a virtual COO? So again, if you are just joining me, my name is Dakisha Williams, your virtual COO, and I do all things operation for online business owners. That could be speakers, trainers, authors, coaches, consulting, those individuals that do not have a brick and mortar. And that does not say that I can't help those that does not have a brick and mortar, but typically coaching clients, consulting clients, and individuals that have an online platform. Been able to help them increase their revenue by 200% in the last 12 months, depending on the type of business model that you have. I am a mompreneur. I've just shared with you my children. I'm a lover of wine, a wine connoisseur, hence never been to a winery. So I smell a retreat coming on, considering that I live in Virginia with some of the most popular wineries outside of California, right? Who would ever thunk that I've never been to a winery? Absolutely crazy. Cannot believe it, right? But one of the things that I love about what I do is I was able to become a lifestyle entrepreneur where I was able to build a business around the lifestyle that I wanted to live, right? Isn't that crazy? How many of you guys would love to be able to build a business around the lifestyle that you want to have, right? Some of you may still work a 9 to 5, and I get it. Some of you are just jumped and just took a leap of faith. Two of my Inner Circle members that are probably watching us now took a leap of faith and actually stepped out and decided to take that leap. And I get it. Like I shared with you my story, I decided to take that leap as well. So super excited. And congratulations and kudos to those of you all that took that leap of faith. So that's what being a lifestyle entrepreneur is all about. So a vision without action is merely a dream. I'll say it again, a vision without action is merely a dream. How many of you all under the sound of my voice have actually, you awaken at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? I don't know why it's always 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I don't get it. But you awake at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And you get this super cool idea. And you always get these visions. And so a vision without action is merely just a dream. And so one of the things that I always say is that idea minus implementation equals irresponsible. I'll say that again. Idea minus implementation equals irresponsible. It also equals impossible to reach your goals and your dreams if you do not implement. And so having a team that surrounds you in your business help you to implement, but you got to be able to give them the right tools and the right direction in order to delegate to the individuals so that they can be effective and both efficient for you as a CEO and business owner in your business. So a vision without action is merely just a dream. So let me ask you a question. Are you afraid to outsource in your business? Are you afraid to outsource in your business? Some of you have already tried it. Some of you are traumatized. Can I say that again? Some of you are absolutely traumatized by the thought of outsourcing in your business. Cut it out. Listen, we've all been there. Sometimes what they say, you got to do things afraid. You got to do it afraid in your business. So let me ask you this. Do you actually know where to start with outsourcing in your business? That's a big question that us as entrepreneurs have to ask. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But understanding where to outsource in your business is going to be really huge when you start to look at building your team in your business and when you start to hiring. A lot of times we struggle with knowing what to delegate and knowing what to give to them. So understanding where to start with outsourcing in your business. One of the things that I like to tell, clients that are looking to build their team, one of the things that I like to tell them is look at where you're spending the majority of your time when you're working in your business. If you find yourself answering a lot of emails, typing a lot of emails or proposals or things like that, is that something that you can, billing, is that something that you can outsource to somebody? Is that something that you can train somebody so that you can spend more time actually having conversations? Like that's one of the first things that I did when I came back from Chicago is I picked up the phone and I started having conversations with individuals that, were in my session, because that is how you're going to get sales calls and that's how you're going to generate revenue in your business. So hopefully this is making sense for you guys. And as a virtual COO, one of the number one things that I tell my people, I tell clients, I tell individuals who are looking to actually hire a virtual COO If you don't have a virtual assistant that's helping you with the admin stuff, I don't know where Cheryl is. Cheryl could be watching virtually. She could be watching on the webinar, but Cheryl is an admin. If you don't have a Cheryl in your life, that's where you need to start. You need to have an admin in place that's going to help you with some of this administrative tasks in your business that really ties up a lot of your time. Yes, Lord. Yes, yes, Lord. I know. I get it. So let's take a minute and let's just think about what could you do in your life or in your business if you could implement a six-figure team in the next 45 days. 45 days, 60 days, 90 days. If you had a team in place, right? And I have my eyes closed. I'm visualizing with you. But if you had a team that you could put in place to help you generate revenue of over six figures, multi six figures, right? Multiple six figures. What would that do for you? Most people say that, and I'll give you time to answer the question. I've had people say that they want to build mom a home. I had people say that they would invest it back in their business. They would invest it back in their development. They would be able to see more clients. So what would that look like for you in your business? I know me, I would take more vacations. Like, just the mere fact of going to Chicago in the last week, you know, was really exciting. I really wish I was able to take my kids there. After the fact, I was like, man, I totally could have taken my kids with me. But, you know, when I look at 6 months from now, like that's where I see my business. I see my business fully functional, a lot of things set up on an automation. And that's one of the things that I teach is how to automate some of the tasks in your business. You know, if you're doing something 3 times, there's got to be a way to automate it. And so you can teach people, you can teach your team members or your team on how to set up. And those are some of the areas, and we'll talk about that in just a second, and where you can actually hire people to automate some of the aspects of your business, okay? And so 6 months from now, my goal is to have 6 sequences set up where people are coming into my sequence and they're wanting to work with me. We're building that relationship and then they're purchasing. I said 6. Right now, I think we have like 3 that are set up. So we got 3 more to go in the next 6 months where people are automatically coming into the front of the sequence, coming in through, you know, a series of nurturing and building the relationships and engaging activities. But at the end of the day, they're going to find a solution to the problem that they have and become a client. And so 6 months from now, I want to be able to just take my kids and, you know, go on a trip once a quarter. I want to be able to, and I want to be able to do more of this. And I want to be able, like we're going to Miami in September, woo, woo, right? I want to be able to do more of that, you know, in the next 6 months. So I would love to hear from you all that are, you know, participating in this webinar, this broadcast. What would that look like from 6 months for you in your business? So I definitely saw that you'd be able to see more clients. So super excited for you, because this is just the beginning. You know, I get excited when we talk about building a team and generating revenue in our business, okay? So do me a favor right now. Stop letting outsourcing freak you out and scare you from putting your business on autopilot. One of the things that I just shared is that I literally have 3 sequences. I think we have 4 webinars that are set up on automation right now. I said 4 webinars that are set up on automation right now in this moment, okay? And so my goal is to have 3 more set up where people are coming through the sequence. That's what it's all about. What can you do in your business? How can the team help you automate some of the aspects of your business? So I always like to share with you what I'm able to do now that I actually have a team in place. So there's 3 things that I do every day in my business. 3 things that I do, and it's non-negotiable in my business. And I started to time block, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of time blocking, but it has absolutely worked miracles. Can we say miracles? But no, seriously, it has absolutely worked miracles in my business for me, because Out of the three things that I do every single day, we're creating content. So that means that we're doing some type of recording, some type of audio, some type of video. I'm developing content, whether or not I'm actually not recording it, but developing the curriculum for a course or for a blog, for a video series that I want to promote in my business. So every single day, I'm doing something that's contributing to creating content in my business. We're uploading content into our membership site. We currently have a membership site with probably 12 programs in that membership site. And so I'm always generating new content, creating new content to share with current clients so that they can continue to be educated, continue to grow, and continue to grow their business. The next thing I do every single day in my business is service clients. I block out a specific period of time and I delegate some of the client activities to my team if it's implementation. And then I also, one of the things that I started to do, and I'll share with you all because you took the time to come hang out with me, right? But I schedule and I block hours at a time. So I literally block an hour, and I delegate a task for each hour, and I focus on it, and then I move on to the next thing. But I pencil myself in. So I schedule time for visions consulting, non-negotiable. Treat yourself like a client. I saw someone post this earlier today. You have to treat yourself like a client. And so that's what I did. I decided to treat myself as a client, and I actually time block for visions consulting. And so I work on visions consulting, whether it's from 12 to 1 or 1 to 12. From 1 to 2, I might do some training, whether it's personal development, whether it's, oh Lord, it's so many things. Writing, I sign up for courses. I'm a member of courses and training and development. I'm always investing back in myself. So I schedule time to do the training or to do the work. I schedule time to listen to an audiobook, or, I probably read or listened to more audiobooks this year than I have in an entire year. And I mean, we're only in the second quarter. And then I learned something new in my area of expertise. And this is something that I challenge myself to do every single freaking day. And that, what does that do? Not only is that helping me, but it's also helping my clients. The more that I learn, the more that I can help my clients, okay? And so that is how I stay in my zone of genius. One of the conversations that I literally had earlier today was that we'll be changing, not really the business model, but the way that I work with my clients. And I'll be doing more VIP sessions, more 90-minute strategy sessions, because that's my zone of genius. That's where I can best serve my client. Because being a business strategist, I can help you with strategies and implementation, right? I delegate the implementation, but my zone of genius and my area of expertise is the strategy. People come to me to help them with strategies to grow their business. And it just so happened is that I built an agency of implementers that actually help them get it done. And that's what I'm here to help you do. Help you build yourself a team of implementers so that I can help you get stuff done. So if you're stuck with knowing where to outsource, one of the things, and if you guys are watching, if you could write this in there, just for joining me today, I want you to, I'm going to give you a free gift, and it is 10 areas that you can outsource in your business. If you text the word outsource to 804-298-2846, that's 804-298-2846. You'll get a free gift from yours truly on 10 areas on where you can outsource in your business. And I'll say it again. It's text the word outsource to 804-298-2846, 804-298-2846. Text the word outsource and you'll get a free gift just for joining us. All right, so 3 secrets revealing how to use outsourcing in business so that you can focus on revenue generating activities. You ready? 3 secrets, right? Secret number 1, I just shared with you. Automation can be used to showcase your personality and expertise simultaneously. So you can actually outsource the techie part of your business to set up your sequences. The more you have that's automated, the more you can stay in your zone of genius. Hello. So the more that you set up, the more that you set up in your business. And I teach some of the systems that you can automate, like your communication systems, like your email systems, your sales systems, right? These are great systems that you need to have in place prior to outsourcing. And I'm excited because that's one of the things that we also kind of touch upon in the outsourcing masterclass, which I'll be sharing with you how you can become involved with the masterclass towards the end of this this broadcast, the webinar. So that's secret number one. Secret number two is outsourcing can be utilized without breaking the bank. One of the things that I always share is that I literally found $142. I ain't find it on the ground, but I was willing to sacrifice and take the $142 that I was spending somewhere else and to put that money back into my business. And those of you all that have heard me speak before, you know that I tell you all the time that when I was a district manager, right? I used to always go to Starbucks. And what did I order, y'all? Do y'all know what I ordered? I ordered grande extra caramel macchiato. Yes, I did. It's about $4.95. But that's not it, because I always had to have the lemon pound cake. Your girl had to have a lemon pound cake, right? And I was sharing with a group in Chicago that even though I had the lemon pound cake, I would only eat the icing. Somebody hollered, "That's a waste." But yeah, I did. And my kids will tell you, I only ate the icing. I would bring the rest of the cake back to them. And you know, the cake costs like $2.95. So if you ever wanted to know something weird and wonky and crazy about the Keisha, that's it. I only eat the icing off the Starbucks lemon pound cake. I don't know. Don't ask me. But by the time you take the $5 and the $7 or $3 from that one stop, right? That's about $8. So 8 times 5, I go every day of the week, right? Before work, that's $40 a week. If I did this for an entire month, that's over $120 per se, give or take, right? I'm rounding it up. And you literally can find a freelancer for $140 if you guys are just starting out. So come on. Don't tell me that you can't find $40, $45 in your business to help you grow your business, okay? And so stop overcomplicating the simplistic process. That's number 3. If you're anything like me, right? I'm a strategist. I'm an analytical person. I got a mind map things. But number 3 is stop overcomplicating a simplistic process. Like, it's really not that hard. So yeah, just the icing. I know. Don't judge me. So let's go into the 7 steps of building your team. Okay. So step number 1 is understanding who do you have on your team. Most of you all that are under the sound of my voice probably are doing this all by yourself, right? You're a solopreneur. You're doing this all by yourself. And so if you know, and for those of you all that probably have a team, I want you to look at who you currently have on your team. Do you have a coach that's helping you with strategies, right? You may not have anyone that's helping you implement the strategies, but you have a coach who's telling you, Angelia, you need to do this. Landy, you need to do this. Denise, you need to do this. Trinette, you need to do this, right? We always have someone who's telling us everything that we need to do on our business, but do we really have someone helping us implement? So think about step number 1, who do you currently have on your team, right? Step number 2, understanding where your team needs are. One of the exercises that I gave to you was to map out where you're spending your time, right? Well, my advice would be to find you a VA. If you do not have a VA on your team, my first piece of advice, if you don't hear anything else that I teach you over the next couple of minutes, would be to find yourself a VA. That is the first person that you should hire on your team. My suggestion, especially if you find yourself consumed with admin work, okay? Find yourself an admin. Sorry about that. All right, so understanding your team needs. For me, I didn't necessarily hire a admin the first go around. I don't know why. I can't really tell you. I actually ended up with a graphics designer first, and now our company has a full-fledged graphics department. So, I guess what works. But one of the things that I tell my clients is they need an admin first. I can't help them in their business if they don't have an admin, because the admin allows you to pass on the administrative work so that I can really work with you in your zone of genius, okay? So that you can concentrate on being creative. That's one of the things that we always talk about is when you determine the people that you need to have on your team, it frees up the stress, right? It frees up the stress to allow you to be creative. Like, I don't know how I can express that. So Angelia is a CEO. I'm a CEO VA. Yeah, you're a VA. Who needs a VA for my business? Absolutely. Listen, I'm a COO. I'm a CEO of Visions Enterprise, but I'm a COO who needs a COO, okay? And I am in the process of training my very own COO because I need a me. We always have to duplicate ourselves in our business. I need a me. Like, I'm not going to even lie. I know who I need on my team, and I need a me. You can type in the comments, I need a me, okay? So that's the people that you need to have on your team. So it's 4 core people that I like to go over when you're looking at developing your team, okay? So number 1, you need to have a technical person. We talked a lot about automation in your business. We talked a lot about automating in your business. So one of the things today, I went to one of my websites. I wanted to update a blog post because one of the virtual assistants is on vacation. And I went to go update, I need a me, right? I went to go update the website and I couldn't log in. It says that there's an error message. So all I had to do was send a message over to the tech team and they'll look at it in the morning and my site should be up by tomorrow. Hopefully. It's nothing simple. I mean, it's nothing complicated. So you have to have people on your team as a technical team. And then the second area where you need to start, and this is really huge, right, is marketing. She said, I suck. No, you just need a me to replace you so that you can go out and do some of this stuff, some of the marketing stuff. You're great, Landy. Don't do that. I love you, girl. You're marketing. And so one of the things that when we become inundated with our work in our business, we oftentimes do not do the marketing in our business. So I'm just being transparent. Our marketing person has had an illness in the family and has taken about a month off. That doesn't mean that the company suffered, but we really missed our marketing person. So one of the things that I had to do is implement a backup system where I trained someone to do that role while that person was out, right? So marketing can consist of Facebook ads. Oh, tech area, you suck. I get it. Like, listen, that's something I don't even want to do. Okay. And that's another thing. Outsource the stuff that you can't stand doing. Like, I don't like writing. I don't like, I don't like copywriting, ad copy, whatever. Like, I don't write it. I did it. I learned how to do it so that I can know how to do it so that I can learn how to outsource it. But if it's something that I had to sit around and do, let me tell y'all, it is not an area of expertise. But I invested in myself so that I could become a better copywriter, and now I can outsource it. Voila! There's my secret, right? But no, seriously, marketing team, that could be your Facebook ads. Like, I had a conversation with a client today, and we talked about running ads. And she's like, I run them, but, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, God bless you, And so a lot of times we're just doing stuff because somebody's telling us, oh, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Well, if you don't have anyone that's going to help you implement it where this is their area of expertise, you're just spending a lot of money. I'm just being honest. You're spending a lot of money. All right. So the third person that you need to have on your team is the support team. This is where your admins come in. This is where your executives come in, okay? They're going to help you with your emails. They're going to help you with your phone calls, the follow-up. Some of my support team developed the SOPs, the standard operation procedures. I literally have taught them how to do this, okay? And so in our outsourcing masterclass, we're going to be talking about how to teach your team of how to create the SOPs in your business as well. That's a part of, you know, the hiring process that people don't understand, is that you have to have procedures in place, right, Landy? Landy been through CEO Success Blueprint. You got to have your procedures in place before you can actually outsource and hire people. That's how we do the hiring in my company, is based on the SOPs. We have SOPs that they walk themselves through, that has step-by-step instructions of how to do the task in the business, right? And so that's why when we outsource on my team, it's so much, it's flawless, it's easier, it's less stress, because they're following a system. And then the fourth person is going to be the person that actually helps you manage, right? Yeah, baby, got those processes in place. So the virtual COO, once you get to $75,000 minimum in your business, is where you're going to need a virtual COO, not before then. Okay, I'm just being honest, not before then. You're going to have to manage that process by yourself or with a project lead until you get to the $75,000 space where you can actually, you know, invest in a virtual COO. And so I know that this is a lot of information, and, you know, step number 3, like one of the things that I tell you is that you have to mentally prepare yourself. And we were having a conversation in one of the group earlier, is that, you know, how do I mentally and financially prepare for this process? And one of the things that you have to do is kick fear in the butt, kick them in the gut, kick them in the butt. But that's how you mentally prepare yourself. And then you have to get out of your own way, because when you stall the outsourcing process, you're actually blocking your own blessing. Does that make sense? You're blocking your own blessing when you stall the outsourcing process, because the longer you take to outsource, the more money you're leaving on the table, because you are not able to work on the revenue generating activities in your business. So kick fear in the butt. One of the things that I also share with you is how to understanding how to financially prepare yourself for growing your team. Hey, Vanessa. And one of the things that I tell everyone to do is take an assessment of where you're spending your money, right? If you have some of your software, some of your expenses in your business that are coming out, recurring payments that are coming out, and it's something that you're not utilizing, right? Start to monitor your expenses in your business so that you can cut the costs and invest that money back into your team. So if you are paying for a software that you're not using, if you're paying for a membership that you're not using, now I'm not saying to go cut that gym membership and you know you need to be in the gym. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that you need to financially prepare yourself and start to budget that $40, $50 a week to get your first freelancer. And I'm telling you, and here's the thing. Even if you don't hear anything else I say this afternoon, right? I challenge you to hire an assistant to just do admin stuff for 30 days and make sales calls consistently in your business, or schedule, even have them schedule appointments on your calendar where you're able to have conversations and sales conversations where you're talking about your business, where you're sharing the benefits and the value of working with you. And I promise you that you will close a minimum of 1 to 5 deals in that 30 days. I absolutely promise you, because here's why. Because you're doing something that you do not normally do in your business, and that is getting on the phone, tooting your own horn, sharing the value of working with you. And so if you get them on the phone and you can share the value of working with you, there's absolutely no reason why you can't close 1 to 5 deals in that 30 days that you would not have done had you not hired that VA. So that's my challenge to you. If you are under the sound of my voice, I challenge you to do that for the next 30 days. And I definitely want you to come back and share your experience with us here in the group. All right. Number 5, the mistakes that you make when building a team. We talked a little bit about this in the outsourcing journey. And some of the mistakes is that we make the mistake of not being prepared, not having our documentation, not having our contracts, not setting those boundaries, being selfish. Lord knows I could go on and on and on about the things that the mistakes that we make when we are building our team. Okay. So I'm telling you, that's why I'm excited about this masterclass, because this masterclass is designed to help you not make these mistakes in your business. Okay. So earlier today, I gave you the 10 key areas of outsourcing. We talked about the 4 main people that you need to have on your team. What areas can you outsource? Okay, so make sure that you grab that gift at outsource. Text the word outsource to 804-298-2846, and I'll talk about some of the areas that you can outsource in your business. And then I talked to you about, once you get to the $75,000 mark, revenue mark in your business, hiring a virtual COO is going to be key for helping you to scale over to that 6 figures. Okay. So what I like to do now is, and so, I mean, these are some of the 7 things that, yes, we talked about them, but if you're watching the replay, please make sure that you go back. Some great information was shared over the night. And one of the things that I talked to you about earlier was our masterclass that we're going to be launching next week. And I'm super excited about it, because we literally are going to be building your next level team. And, you don't have to work alone in your business anymore. Why? Because Takesha is here. No, but seriously, one of the things that they say is, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go with others. Like, that's tweetable. And I always say you can only get so far alone in your business. Okay. And so this class is only for those individuals. And if you're watching the webinar, there's an immediate registration link below. And it actually gives you immediate access so that you can join us. There are 4 modules in the class, right? And so we have module number 1, which is the prospecting phase. And this is how to build your 6-figure profit team. And the module 1 is literally the prospecting phase. The fastest way to make more money in your business is to build a team. We'll talk about understanding your value of time. We'll talk about understanding where you should focus your business. We will actually look at the revenue generating activities in your business, looking at what you should be delegating and how to really prepare for delegation. And that's why it's so important, even if you have a team, that this masterclass can be for you, because you too get stuck on what to delegate in your business. There's so many of you that are watching right now that even have a team and you're not using them to their full capacity because you're not comfortable with delegating certain tasks. But there's a system that you use, and we talked about some of the systems that we taught in the previous class, that you use in your business so that you can train them, so that you can delegate both efficiently and effectively in your business. And so then we talk about the platform. Module 2 is platform building, right? And that's determining your core staff. And so determining your core staff and understanding, the core staff is different for each business model. And then understanding the core roles for your business, and understanding your core roles as a CEO. Okay. And then we talk a little bit about, some of the staff and the roles and responsibilities. We draft roles and responsibilities. We actually draft postings, your first job posting, so that you can hire your first team member. And then module 3 is people development. Very, very, very important segment. People development is where you look at your organizational infrastructure. One of the questions that I always ask you is, are you in every single box in your organizational chart? If you're in every single box in your organizational chart, you need to be in masterclass with me. You just need to be in a masterclass with me. And so one of the other questions is how to find great team members, right? So we're going to talk about some of the different platforms where you can actually post and find great team members. I'll actually give you access to some of the individuals and some of the platforms that I use, and I'll teach you how to use those platforms as well. We have some tactics of interviewing and hiring. In our outsourcing journey, we talked about some techniques that we use to hire, some test projects, and so super fun. I actually did one earlier today. We did an interview process earlier today, but I vetted them out. That's a no-go. I did an interview last week, vetted them out. That's a no-go. So I actually help take that heavy lifting off for you. That can be like draining for some people. Some people just cannot stand the thought of actually having to do that in their business. Okay. And so then we talk about managing your team, management and leadership development. Just because you manage a team or just because you have a team doesn't make you a leader. We talk about some of the project management systems that we use in our business to help us manage our team of over 11 people that are worldwide. I mean, there's some of everywhere. And so it's very important that you have internal communication systems set up in place when you're building your team. You have project management systems in place when you're building your team. We're talking about the internal client service system, the external client service systems, understanding reporting and accountability. Like, these are crucial things. We have a team meeting weekly in our company, and we go over reporting and accountability for our team members. So super excited. It's the outsourcingmasterclass.com, outsourcingmasterclass.com. And there's 3 different payment levels that you guys can join our outsourcing masterclass. Super excited because class is officially open. Super excited about starting next week with 15 individuals in this particular class, and then we're going to be closing the class until the next quarter. So I know it's super exciting. So any questions that you have, please feel free to ask those questions now about building your team. One of the things that, someone had said to me was, Zakisha, I really don't have time to build my team. Well, my response to you is how do you say it? You cannot not have time to build your team. Let's just say that. You have to make time to build your team, because you're going to consistently have the same problems that you're having right now as you sit and participate in this training. And that's because you're not taking the time to invest in your business. Outsourcingmasterclass.com. And the second thing is, I can't afford it. You cannot not afford to build a team to help you to the next level, right? Do you bring a team of independent contractors? Absolutely. I have not even decided that I wanted to have an employee yet. I haven't even gotten there yet. I think we will as we build the agency. But yes, we have an entire team of implementation. We actually offer implementation to our clients. That is why I've been able to help other people grow their team, is because I have to have a team in order to help my clients implement. Like, I help my high tier clients implement. And like what I like to say is get ish done, right? So yeah, so we're definitely going to be helping with building of your team. We're going to be sharing all of the insider secrets. I'm so excited. We're going to be sharing all of the insider secrets. Yes, there's 3 different levels that you can participate. If you go to outsourcingmasterclass.com, and those are just the payment options. I mean, of course, if you pay up front, there's a savings there, but everyone is not in a position to do that. So we have 3 different payment options that you're more than welcome to take advantage of. And in 2 weeks, we'll be taking everything down because we're closing out the class. Because I like very small, intimate classes, because my Inner Circle members can tell you they ask questions. They love to ask questions. So if you go to outsourcingmasterclass.com, yes, there's 3 different levels of payment that you can take advantage of. Class starts next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All classes will be recorded. You Get Me Live, y'all. This is one of the few opportunities that I do live training. So super excited about it. Like I said, you know, we're going to be, once this class closes and we get our 15 people, I'll be focusing on strategy sessions, VIP days, and my high tier clients. So if this is the opportunity where you wanted to work with the virtual COO, this is it. So again, go to outsourcingmasterclass.com, outsourcingmasterclass.com. You can register today. Class starts next week, y'all, and we'll be closing the cart. Super excited that you stayed and you hung in there with me. I really appreciate it. We're going to be doing, oh, yep, that's actually it. That's actually it. It'll take you to that link. I appreciate you sharing that link in here. It's outsourcingmasterclass.com. So this is Dakisha Williams. Thank you so much. I try to keep you guys to the time frame. Perfect timing. Thanks again for joining. Hey, Diane. I look forward to you guys enrolling in the outsourcingmasterclass.com. We are going to grow some next level teams, y'all. God bless you. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you on the other side. Good night.